Hey, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Wakahakodash. A double honors to the elders and apostles. The great millstone taught us this truth. And Shalom to the hopeful elect. All right. So another thing that's been in the news lately is this this freezing weather, right? I think for today and all the way up to Monday, it's supposed to be extremely cold. And this is nothing else other than the Lord's plaguing Babylon the Great, man. Right? Whether it's through Esau, Edom, and his different programs he got out there. Okay, it's all through the Lord. Right? Man's goings are of the Lord. Right? But real quick, this is the book of Second Ezra, chapter 15, verse 11. I'm gonna start at verse 10. It says, "Behold, my people is led as a flock to the slaughter." Okay, speaking about you Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans that make up the 12 tribes of Israel. Okay, you are led to the flock. I mean, you are led as a flock to the slaughter, right? Because you don't know your power. You don't know who your who your Lord is. You don't know what your rule book is. You don't know your handbook, right? Hey, what the scripture say? Let me see if I can grab that. Or just hold it real quick. Um, what to say, my people do if I consider. Let's see. Uh, Salaki, I'm trying to. This is it. This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 1 and verse 3. I'm gonna just yeah, Isaiah 1 and 3. It says the ox knoweth his owner, and the ass his master's crib. Okay, these are two dumb animals. Okay, the Lord is saying that these dumb animals, they know uh their master's crib, and they know who their owner is. All right, given comparison to Israel. It says, the ox knoweth his owner, and the ass his master's crib, but Israel doeth not know, my people doeth not consider, man. Right? You don't know who your Lord is, man. All right? The scripture says, maybe it's still in this one, but no, it's Jeremiah. This Jeremiah 2:11. It says, have a nation changed their gods, which are yet no gods? Right? Even these nations, they still serve their fake gods that they've always served. Okay, but my people have changed their glory for that which doeth not profit. Right? The Israelites, they have taking on the customs of these other nations, man. The gods of these other nations. All right. So, Lucky, let's get back. All right. This is the book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 15, and verse 11. It says, "But I will bring them with a mighty hand and a stretched out arm, and smite Egypt with plagues as before." Okay, because the Lord delivered Egypt. The Lord delivered Israel out of Egypt. Okay, during the time of Moses, right? And he smited Egypt with plagues, man. All right. It says, "And smite Egypt with plagues as before, and will destroy all the land thereof." All right. So this is one of the ways that the Lord is plaguing Babylon the Great. All right, with this extremely trying to think of another word to use, but extremely cold weather, man. Frigid weather. All right.
Let's begin with that dangerous winter storm that's taking aim at millions of Americans. It's already started in some spots. Preparations are underway across parts of the South, up through New England. The biggest concern is the ice. The National Weather Service this morning, there could be catastrophic accumulation in some places. The storm is also expected to bring more places, to bring other places more than a foot of snow. That's what he's trying to say. It will stretch more than 2,000 miles. Across the U.S., bitter cold temperatures are also expected, meaning the accumulation will be with us for a while.
We have team coverage for you this morning. CBS News correspondent Nicole Valdez is in Nashville, Tennessee, which is bracing for impact. But first, let's go to CBS News national weather correspondent Rob Marciano, who's in Steamboat Springs, Colorado, a.k.a. Ski Town, USA.
Hey, Slugger, I just got to keep reading this, man. All right. The 2nd Ezra 15 and verse 12, it says, "Egypt shall mourn." All right. And this is spiritually Egypt. All right. "Egypt shall mourn, and the foundation of it shall be smitten with the plague and punishment that Yahweh shall bring upon it. They that till the ground shall mourn, for their seed shall fail through the blasting and hail, and with a fearful constellation," man. Okay. This is freezing temperatures. Okay. This will be considered some hell. Okay.
Hey, good morning, Adriana. Good morning to you, Vlad. Yeah, we're hoping to get a little bit of that snow coming through here, because that upper level energy that's kind of meet up with the southern branch of the jet stream is what's going to cause this whole mess. And you saw that map. Boy, it is a mess that's going to happen here for the next 3+ days, and then deep freeze after that. So 180 million Americans right now on our winter alerts. A huge chunk of that in the pink and the dark purple. Those are winter storm and ice warnings. Dallas, you're warm now, but you'll eventually get meet up with some of that colder air, and the rain will turn to ice. Snows above I-40 basically, and then as this thing traverses the country during the day tomorrow, some of the heavier stuff coming on during the day on Sunday, and then big time snows across parts of the Northeast. So let's go over it. Snow not as big of an issue in Dallas as the ice will be, but 9 to 12 inches of snowfall from Oklahoma City to Springfield to St. Louis. There's your ice situation, especially east down I-20 towards Shreveport and lower parts of Arkansas, and that's today into Saturday. And then during the day, Saturday into Sunday night, 12 to 18 inches of snow up the Ohio River Valley, Louisville to Cincinnati. Lesser amounts down.
And yeah, for brothers who traveling, you already know. Be careful. You already know.
To the south bud, south of Memphis, and into Nashville. Up to upwards of a half an inch to an inch of ice, and that's going to take out power lines for sure and take trees down, and travel is just going to be shut down completely there. And then we've got cold air wedging down parts of the Carolinas, so that's where we're going to see some of the ice there. And then the snowfall, this is the blockbuster event that we've been saying we haven't seen all winter long, and here we go. D.C. up to a foot of snow there, in Philadelphia a foot to a foot and a half, New York, Hartford to Boston, with probably still snowing into parts of Boston by Monday morning. So after this comes through, guys, we're in the deep freeze in some places for 10 days. So it will stick around, and that may very well be the hard.
Hey, that's judgment, man. This is the judgment on Egypt, man. All right, and there were more than one judgment or plague that the Lord sent on Egypt. Right, the water was turned to blood in Exodus. Okay, the frogs, the lice. Okay, but I wanted to jump down to this Exodus 10 and 21 because darkness is going to come with this. All right. It's the book of Exodus, chapter 10 and verse. I'm going to start at verse 20. It says, "But the Lord hardened Pharaoh's heart." And who is Pharaoh today? That would be your president, right? Your kings of the earth, your prime ministers, right? It says, "But the Lord hardened Pharaoh's heart so that he would not let the children of Israel go." And that's the same way these devils are today, right? They make money off of the children of Israel, man. This is why all the other nations are rich. Verse 21, "And the Lord said unto Moses, Stretch out thy hand toward heaven, that there may be darkness over the land of Egypt, even darkness which may be felt," man. All right, so that was one of the plagues that the Lord put on Egypt. Darkness. Okay. In addition to the hail, right? It said blasting, like blowing of cold air or cold molecules, whatever, however, shape, form, fashion, right? Verse 22, it says, "And Moses stretched forth his hand toward heaven, and there was a thick darkness in all the land of Egypt 3 days." And that's how long, well, he just said 10 days. Hey, however, right? But these are plagues, man. This is the Lord stretching out his hand. This is the Lord, matter of fact, let me get that one. Not holding his peace. Right? Coming up. Let me get a different one down. All right. Let me get this second Ezra 16 and verse 19. I'm going to start at 18. It says, "The beginning of sorrows and great mournings, the beginning of famine and great death." All right. These are the beginning. Hey, it's been the beginning, man. Right? Things are increasing. Things are coming more frequently. Things are coming more bizarre. Right? It says the beginning of famine and great death, the beginning of wars, and the power shall stand in fear. The beginning of evil, what shall I do when these evils shall come, man? All right, evil is a evil meaning a bad time. All right, Eve meaning time, and ill meaning bad. Right. This is a part of this devil coming down with great wrath, man. All right, him using his sword, or him being the sword. Right, him being used as the sword. The technology is a part of his sword. Okay, everything that this man is about is shaped and formed into a sword. Right, everything he is used for. Right, if you can understand it. But verse 19 it says, "Behold, famine and plague, tribulation and anguish are sent as scourges for a minute." All right, these things are sent, all right, on the earth for you Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans to get your act right, right, to seek the Lord, to humble yourself down, right. The Lord said, all the proud will be brought low. It says, "But for all these things they shall not turn from their wickedness, nor be always mindful of the scourges." All right, yeah, I was thinking about this earlier, and I said to myself, like, shit, like, either hit him with the cold, with the freezing temperatures, Jake still ain't go, and now he gonna come through with the boulders. He coming through with the big blocks of ice, right? You don't want to get you don't want to get this type of ice. You want the act right ice, right? It says, yeah, I'm gonna read it again, verse 20. "But for all these things they shall not turn from their wickedness," right? Jake's still gonna be wicked. They're gonna find another wicked way to do it. If it's freezing cold outside, Jake gonna come up with some stupid ass, right? Not stupid, but some, just the way you're using it makes it, right. It makes it stupid. Like, damn, that's no, you could use it. But they still gonna be wicked, man. "Nor be always mindful of the scourges. Behold, victuals shall be so good cheap upon earth, that they shall think themselves to be in good case." Right? These prices, the price of food, right? You can still go to such and such and get a two for $6, right? "And even then shall evils grow upon the earth." Even while you can still go and still move around, right? That sword is still being sharpened. He's still testing out. Ooh, let's see. Ooh, I know we can make it that motherfucker. Oh, right? He the one moving the thermometer, or the heater, right? He's in control. The scripture says that the earth is given to him, right? The scripture also says that when the wicked bear rule, the people mourn, and all over the earth, it's all kind of fucking reasons. There's different protests. They protesting about this. They protesting about that. They protesting about woo woo, and right. In a minute, they're gonna be protesting about this. Right. It says, "And even then shall evils grow upon the earth, sword, famine, and great confusion. For many of them that dwell upon earth shall perish of famine," right? Starving to death. All right. It is. That's a perfect little scenario in the movie. It's freezing cold. Y'all still gotta eat. What you gonna do? Right. That's the name of the movie. It's freezing cold. You still gotta eat. What you Motherfuckers gonna be starving. Hey, and that's gonna bring in what? Cannibalism. For many of them that dwell upon earth shall perish of famine. And that's one of the worst ways to go. And the other that escape the hunger shall the sword destroy. Right? The sword of any sort, man. Whether it's the fucking weather, right? Whether it's the fucking drone or robotic, whatever. Whether it's whether it's the hammer, the hawk, right? No matter what it is.
Hardest part of this as we go forward here into the heart of winter. Adriana Vlad, back to you.
Oh, wow. Okay, Rob, thank you very much. Let's bring in CBS News correspondent Nicole Valdez, who's in Nashville, Tennessee. So, Nicole, Rob may be in Ski Town, USA, but across parts of the South, like where you are, they do not see the kind of conditions that he might see. So what's the latest from Nashville?
Vlad, good morning. Yeah, you're right. This is going to be a rare event for cities like Nashville. It's why you see what's happening behind me, and it's been going on for the last few days. These are officials and drivers with the Department of Transportation. That is a massive mountain of salt. In fact, a fraction of the hundreds of thousands of gallons the city has ready to go, and they're going to start putting that on the roads as soon as we start to see that storm move in. But what they've been doing for the last few days is putting down a chemical mixture called brine. Essentially, the hope is that that will heat up the asphalt, so as either snow or ice starts to fall and form, you're hoping that it won't stick to the streets, and those snow plows can then try to make a dent and make those roads somewhat drivable. But that is truly the main concern here, is how slick will these roads be? Just how dangerous will they be for anyone who tries to leave their home in the next few days? Certainly, it's why officials say here, try not to leave your home. If you don't have to, don't go out and drive to the store. At this point, you're going to want to make a plan to hunker down in your home. And in fact, there are...
Hey, I didn't know she was going to say that. So, hey, that's the movie, man. And it ain't a movie. I'm just saying, you know, I just do shit. All right. But, hey, that's the importance of knowing the Lord, man. So you don't be caught up in these evil times, man. Right? The word evil mean bad times. This is bad times in all shape, forms, and fashion, man. Whether it's a nigga coming at you, a bitch coming at you, the law coming at you, the weather coming at you, your car coming at you, whatever, however, man. Right? Real quick, this is the book of Psalms, chapter 91. And verse 10, it says, there shall no. Verse 9, it says, because thou hast made the Lord Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, which is my refuge, even the Most High, thy habitation. Right. This is why it's important to be dealing with the Lord, man. All right. As far as the scriptures, okay, and calling on the true names, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, right? And praying. That's why the scripture says, seek ye the Lord while he may be found, man. Right? Because niggas out here just niggaing, man. All right? These are plagues. And Jake love to fuck around and find out, man. But verse 9, it says, because thou hast made the Lord, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, which is my refuge, even the Most High, thy habitation, man. Okay? There shall no evil befall thee, neither shall any plague come nigh thy dwelling, man. All right. So anything that's going on, that's taking place, any plague that the Lord is sending upon this place, which is evil, man. Hey, the elected a nation of Israel. Don't be goofy now. You can still fuck around and find out, nigga. right? The scriptures say how even if a man that was doing right, as soon as he put his hand to that shit, if I'm around and you feel me? So yeah, don't fuck around and find out. But if the elected the nation of Israel, man, you don't have nothing to worry about. Right? The scriptures say that the angels encamp around them that fear the Lord, man. So, Lord willing, right? But it says, there should no evil befall thee, neither shall any plague come nigh thy dwelling. Right? For he shall give his angels charge over thee, right? The same angels, man, that encampeth around them that fear the Lord. The same ones, right? To keep thee in all thy ways, man. All right? Shalom.